5-5.
It'd be a lot cooler if somebody helped me fight.
Let me go ahead.
Yeah, no, like legit or not run away from a fight. It's like.
So let me get out of this Discord channel. I'll be back, guys. Hold on. Let me get this started.
Damn, we're not good enough.
You're not good enough. You don't play WoW. Get on my level.
I do play WoW.
Bro,
I grew up on WoW.
You did not grow up on WoW.
You didn't know I'm the real Asbon Gull?
I'm the real Asmon Goat. No, you don't even say. What? How did you say it? What up, dude? That's what's up, dude. I can't even.
What's up, YouTube?
No, that's not it.
That's a lie. That is it.
Yeah,
that's how I do it.
Which put the Una reverse card on you. How's that feel?
Oh, that doesn't feel too good. Alright, YOLO.
There's a team over here, by the way.
Yeah, I saw them land. They're right here.
Nah, I'm not gonna do YOLO.
Oh, you're gonna do it.
We're gonna do pushing.
I'm just fucking shit with a sniper. He just ran away.
Rating.
I would too if I was him. Oh, there's one over here.
And I got shit on.
Alright. Let's do
this guy's shit.
Where are they? Are they on you or
they
what?
Down, yeah.
One's lit.
1566 current MMR.
Okay, 2 of them are on me. Pathfinder is really low. I think the other one doesn't know how to shoot. Nice.
Well, got 2 knocked.
Okay. I just got killed.
Yep, I got 2 knocked.
Alright. So we got a mage, double fire. Yep, that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, you're good. You're fucking. He killed all of them.
This is how it goes. I'm telling you, because the teammates are just garbage. Not that you're garbage, but
yeah, I'm shit.
A DK.
You don't have to butter me up.
Ooh.
I expected more out of the MSIs around here.
Monk and Druid, that's nasty.
Don't worry, they're just gonna loot all my...
Oh, that's his shit.
Oh, well.
Alright, we need a tank. We need one more healer.
Switching? Nice. Need a different guy.
What else?
What? You need health?
No, I'm just... We don't have R9 or 301.
Then I'm the mad one.
Alright, just gonna find a tank, one more healer, and we're good to go. Druid tank sounds good. it does.
Shit, circle's coming.
Aquarius. Hey, Jaden.
I have absolutely.
You already know
zero
Aquarius
shields.
Johnson in the building.
0 shields. I can give you some shields.
Heals.
All right.
Whatever, it's fine.
I have syringes. I don't have a med kit or anything. Do you need like cells?
No, I need like syringes and first aids.
I have 8 syringes. I can give you half of them.
And there's a bunch of light here. Or heavy. I just need like 4 in case something goes down.
I guess he'll take them.
No, I took him.
Okay.
But yeah, it sounded like he was gonna take him.
In the tunnel.
All right, let's get a ready check going up in here.
Alright, let's do it. Leroy!
Secret
Yeah.
tunnel.
I do good that to AJ.
Oh, they're on the other side.
And they looted all that shit too. Oh, they going at it.
Leroy Jenkins.
They went this way.
All right, I'm gonna put Discord up just in case. Let me
On the corner? Or what?
Yep.
let me get this Discord in there. Let's see, invite people, copy. All right, put the Discord up, so we're gonna see if people gonna join. Hold on, let's see. Shadow Steps, yeah. This is a long queue for Rated BG right now. Alright, we're gonna go do something else since this queue's taking forever. Find my portal real quick. Let me go fight somebody real quick. So, I usually am carrying people in 2v2, so today I'm actually gonna get my rating up in Rated Battlegrounds and start carrying people again on 2v2s because it's an easy way to get your stream up. Okay. I'm over here watching this on my Twitch. I need to see my Facebook looking like it's working too. Let's get a look see here. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. We got that stream up. Rated Battleground, Q-Pop. Let's go. Oh, it's still saying I'm playing The Sims 4 on the game. Nope. Didn't save. Oh well. Something must have bit my arm because it is feeling like it's burning. What the hell? Either that, my cat done fucking got in some bleach or something. What the hell? Alright, y'all. I usually don't even play this battleground, but rated matches love to give you this battleground. Oh shit, I'm tripping. Oh, nice grab. Nice grab. Good shit. Ooh. them druids don't fuck around. Alright, I gotta kill somebody real quick. Oh. Got him. Let's go. Nice push. Nice push. There we go.
Oh, you got it. Good job.
Good
Good.
job.
Yes, I just checked for that yesterday.
What's up?
I just checked for that fucking blast wave yesterday.
Oh, you spec'd into Blast Wave?
Fuck yeah.
Dude, I did not think about that.
Get the fuckers off my ass. That's what that is. Yeah.
Alright.
That's awesome. That just got us the flag. That's freaking fantastic.
Good shit. This is great. Man, I didn't. I wonder if I can knock somebody off with fire. What's it called? Hold on. Isn't it Blast Wave?
Blast wave. I just knocked them off with it.
You knocked off how many people?
Fuck 4.
4?
Yeah, whatever it took to get them gone to get us that flag just now.
That is crazy as shit. I blew up everybody that was in the back. I just fucking popped combust, dropped the meteor, and everybody that was in the back died. So
It might have happened just as the meteor dropped, actually.
that's crazy. So you kind of created an open for me to finish a couple of healers off. I'm about to actually
I'm
grab.
just getting tired of getting fucking yanked, to be honest with you.
Dude, I just kind of like let people hit me, and they usually don't get past my bubble.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm a shitty mage, I think.
Oh
I
shit,
keep trying.
we're losing Mage Tower. Fuck. I mean Blood Elf Tower.
Hey, you're showing your lion side.
Who's showing up my line side?
When I transferred from Alliance to Horde.
Oh, you transferred from Alliance to Horde?
Oh, yeah, and all it fucks me up when I go into these things, right? Because I'm used to being the other side.
Dude, sometimes it'll just throw you in there too.
And it does. That fucks me up worse. That really adds some food to it. Put this guy in the graveyard.
Everybody needs to go BET. Oh, we need to grab another flag or something.
I'm up at Mage Tower, or whatever it is.
Somebody needs to steal that flag.
Taking her right now.
Alright. Fuck off me, man.
Yeah. Blood Elf Tower is now ours. Make sure you steal the insignias to everybody. Did you know that you can actually come back and raise from your corpse?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just learned that yesterday.
Yeah, you can walk to your body and come back to life.
Yeah, so if you're already in a good spot and you die, you can get back to your spot in the res before you could actually wait for the
Ooh! Such a nasty ring of frost I got there. Oh, hold on, I just gotta follow. What is going on? I can't see my follow. Who that? Thank you for the follow. Oh, snap. Hold on, gotta get back up there. No siree, Bob. Shnoosh Bob. I'm not gonna let you get away with all that. There's a lot going on over here. Hey, bro. You got your blast wave up yet?
Yep.
Get up in there and blast their ass if you can. Oh, this healer's about to die. He dead. Oh, I'm combusting. I didn't even realize it. Why they want to shoot me for? Good job, y'all. These dudes are pushing back hardcore. Dude, having Pallies is such a good way to push. Because Pallies can like push through so much damage with a freaking bubble.
You just shoot that guy?
Wait.
You have to kill Ritz. Blitz. Flies. Whatever the fuck he is.
I'm just...
Fucking slap him with a swatter. Swat that fucking fly, will you? There we go. Take the flag. We're out of here. Nice. Are we Horde?
Yeah, we are Horde.
Excellent. That makes me so happy.
Ooh. Frost DKs are scary, bro. They got that new dragon stun or whatever. I don't know what it's called, but man, it's a hell of a CC.
We also have, as a fire mage, you've got Dragon's Breath too, which is a stun.
Yeah. I use Dragon Breath heavily, but the thing is, you know, that Dragon Breath is like a cone radius. That dragon that they send at the people is like straight line in front of them. I don't know how many yards ago, but it's like pretty far. He almost CC'd the whole team just now. I just realized we've been pushing so hard that we ain't have nobody defending BFT. BET.
We got a flag carrier every time, so that's kind of good.
Yeah, that's always better, but you know, just the moment where you lose that base, it just could change the match real quick. I'm surprised nobody else joined in the Discord.
You know, sometimes it's overrated.
Yeah, well, this is only like 1600 MMR, so it's not like it's like a real high MMR.
I've been bringing PvP in for a few days now.
Dude, PvP is the only reason I still play this game.
I'm actually just starting. I just starting to notice that there's some weird shit going on with Discord.
What? Where? When you try to hear me?
Well, for starters, Blizzard has just put out a notice for game problems to remove Discord, and they had a progression of things you could do, like uninstall, reinstall. Shit like
So
that.
what? The game disconnects because of Discord?
That's what they're saying, yeah.
Really?
So you know, in Discord, it's showing you their little names and stuff on the screen there.
Yeah.
That's actually interacting with the game, right?
Right. It's like It's almost like an overlay.
Yeah, and I actually had this one guy. He even invited me through Discord to a group.
Yeah.
So there's oh fuck, that's awesome, man. We gotta stay in this group. I just got a +20 rating.
Yeah, I'm trying to push ratings, so everybody should be staying. All right, let me make sure everybody's ready again. Ready, check. Let's see. Looks like we're losing a couple of people. Okay.
One, that's good. I'm fucking thrilled. I've been having a bad day, or bad luck. Yesterday was bad. Nothing good happened yesterday. On this tune, my highest is now, or my highest was 1278. Okay. And yesterday I went from 1278 to 1200 on this tune. And on my other tune, I was 1545. And I went from 1545 to 15. So yesterday was just a no gain day whatsoever.
Dude, I've been like carrying people in twos.
On 2v2.
Oh, Dad, what's up? Oh, my dad's watching my stream. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I carry people in twos for my Twitch channel. I just started like streaming, so I've been like just carrying people because I've been playing this game for like 13 years now. So I'm like really invested. What?
You know when it was released, eh?
Not when it was released. I was like, I want to say,
I was gonna say,
one expansion
the
behind.
day it was released was the day I started playing.
Oh, really?
A buddy of mine went from EverQuest to like I wasn't playing any of these video games at the time. And a
Yeah.
buddy of mine went from EverQuest to World of Warcraft, and when he showed me it, I was like, oh well, you know, it's kind of neat. And he actually gave me. He had multiple accounts,
Yeah.
and he gave me an account to play on because he wanted to level a character. He wanted me to level him a mage, so basically I leveled him a mage.
And that's the mage you're playing right now?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no, that was on his account.
Okay.
And then my son was like 6 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and he was a rogue, and he was playing at the same time, and it was just what we did together.
That's
Now he's
dope.
20
That's
now.
see, like when I have a kid, that's what I want to do. I want my kid to be watching. I mean, like watching me play, and then he get into it. And gaming is like a big thing now. People are getting paid pretty good money, just gaming now. So, I mean,
At 6 years old, he was a rogue,
yeah,
and we would put him to bed when his character started spinning as his head hit the keyboard.
no way.
And I said, "Do not." Now he's 25 and 3,000 miles away, and we get together and play the game.
That's cool. I wish my mom would get into like gaming or something where she could like see me. But at the same time, I just tell her to watch my stream, you know, because I just started streaming, where you know she can actually see like what I'm doing with all my time. But my mom,
Amazing how many bored people there are out there. Eh?
huh?
I said it's amazing how many bored people there are out there in the world right now.
Yeah, like people are just bored, you know, with nothing to do, because you can't go anywhere really.
This guy put on a camping. He just pulls over to the side of the road and camps, or has his wife drop him off somewhere. It's called self camping and stuff, right?
Mhm.
But basically, he's just a guy just doing something every Thursday night.
Yeah.
And he started a YouTube channel. There's nothing fancy about what he's doing.
Yeah.
It's not even terribly entertaining. Okay? He's just not obnoxious to watch. And the fucking guy's got 40,000 followers.
Yeah.
He's only been doing it for a year.
That's what I'm saying.
There is a lot of fucking bored people out there.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm like, you know, there's people that's just getting paid out there literally just for making content. You know, it's not even really no rhyme or reason to like what you do or anything. You just make the content, put it out there, and eventually you'll start getting paid for it. So that's how I feel about it now. Like, why not just record yourself doing the stuff you're doing every day? Who knows what it'll like turn into, you know?
So how do you publicize your stream?
So my fiance paid for like a multi-streaming setup where anytime I stream on my Twitch, I'm also streaming on Facebook and YouTube. So it's on like all of my platforms when I start streaming. So
You need friends for that, though, don't you?
I mean, yeah, I have friends on Facebook. They just don't play Warcraft. So
Yeah, no, I don't like friends anymore.
I mean, yeah, I feel like, you know, a lot of people like went to their immediate bubble of people, and that's where you are in the world now. Like,
No, I'm serious. I don't. I got no use for friends anymore.
Mhm.
It's not like you can actually say anything anymore.
yeah,
Therefore, I don't want friends. I just said fuck it. I packed in fucking Facebook.
yeah.
I had enough of it all.
See, I had a little fallout with like social media where I didn't want to like even worry about social media posting, because I did a lot of moving within the last like 9 years of my career. So I'm like, I've tried to like keep people up to date on your life, but it's just, it's too much where it's just drama versus, actually like having that communication with people. It's more of like just
That's
drama.
My problem. My problem is that we have moved into a new level of censorship that
Yeah.
I want no part of.
Yeah. Well,
At the point where a fucking corporation, with the support of my government, is the controller of free speech on my continent, I have a serious fucking problem with that, buddy.
I mean, they've been doing this for a long time. If you think about jobs nowadays, there's all kind of same thing.
For a long time. It's just started. This is 5 years tops.
Mhm.
That's a long time to you. Then, that's a whole other problem.
Yeah, I'm young, so I'm growing up into society, seeing these things. But me saying that as a young guy won't change anything, Like I'm more used to it, I'm used to our freedoms.
Change things. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm used to our freedoms not really being there.
Change things.
I'm just I'm more ready to adapt to whatever happens than to try to hold on to something I don't have any control over,
That's a funny attitude.
I mean, I don't have any control over the world if you think about it.
Well, we do.
You-
We do and we don't. That's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
We're losing more and more control because people are willing to give it up.
Yeah.
And essentially, that's what you just told me. You
Yeah.
just told me as a young person, you have given up on having any control over your life.
Well, I've already grew up into knowing that, that wasn't how I was raised, that I had control. That's not how I was brought up. I definitely see I'm black, so being black, you're not growing up thinking that you have control. It's not even your world you're living in. So it's just a whole different mindset when it comes to how I grew up. So
Where did you grow? Where are you growing up?
I grew up in Mississippi, so dirt poor.
You're an American black man.
Well, I'm an American black man, but I'm like the first of my so my grandma immigrated from Panama, so I'm Hispanic black. So it's just like I don't know how to even put
How
this.
many years? So were you born in the?
I was born in the States, but my mother and my grandmother wasn't.
And you're a citizen?
Yes.
No, like you are an American citizen?
Yeah, I am an American citizen. And my mother and grandmother are too, but my grandma had to go through the actual like citizen test and actually become a
I'm going to tell
citizen.
you a little something about myself. Because I say a lot of things,
Mhm.
and one of the reasons why I say things and I ask questions about things because I want to learn. Okay?
Yeah.
I am a white man.
Mhm.
In this world we live in right now, I am a white, English-speaking, blonde, blue-eyed male.
Yeah.
Okay? And I've never felt more discriminated against in the last fucking 10 years than ever in my life. Meanwhile, it's my group of people that were appalled with the way minority groups were being treated, and we're the ones that brought this change about or took part in it. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I feel like as white people, they're like just starting to do this. Black people been fighting for this change for years.
That's not true, though.
Yes, that is though.
No, because
Then
it
why?
wasn't just black people fighting for change.
Yeah, but why do black people get killed? Like Martin Luther King, he got assassinated. Like he was a great person for change, but he had the.
So did JFK.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Those people are getting assassinated for.
He was white.
Yeah, but here's the thing though.
I think that's what I'm saying.
They were
It's
fighting.
like,
They're fighting
for
for
some reason-
better things for people, but I just feel like I don't know. I just feel like discrimination's been going on for black people for a long time and still has to this day. So just for you to feel like the last 5 years you've been discriminated, just imagine
no,
being.
no. Hey, take it easy. I'm not actually saying that's comparable, and that's where I think we just went wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? Is that I'm not comparing my discrimination to black discrimination in any way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? I made a statement, and the statement was, in the last 5 years, I have never felt more discriminated against.
Right.
I am not a white supremacist,
Right.
but just being fucking white is enough to call it.
Yeah, for the people to discriminate. Yeah, and that's why I'm saying you kind of are comparing it, because you're saying just being white you're getting discriminated against, even though you're not a white supremacist. Like just being black, people automatically think that I could be no good just because of my skin color before they even get to know me. You know?
Well, you see, that's wrong.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's
Because
the
I don't believe I have a color problem.
yeah, but there are people that do.
What I have is a religion problem.
Oh yeah, religion is a whole
Okay.
different story.
I have
That's-
a religion problem. I do not have a black problem, a blue problem, a green problem, a yellow problem, none of that shit. I got a religion problem and a moral problem.
well,
So if you happen to be one of these groups and I have a problem with your morals,
mm-hmm.
I can't even say it because all of a sudden I'm just a white supremacist. It has nothing to do with your color.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the fact that you want to fuck my fucking 13-year-old daughter.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, come on. And it's hilarious,
Right.
you know? My wife and I were down in Florida, okay?
Yeah.
And and I'm a very talkative person. I'll talk about stupid shit. We're
Mhm.
having that conversation right now. I have this conversation with many people.
Right.
Okay? I talk about religion. I talk about everything. I don't
Like actual conversation.
Yeah, that's how I'm going to learn. You're not going to offend me.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the people I talk to don't get offended. And before you become offended with something you don't understand, that I've said maybe, we try to clarify it, right?
Right.
Not just jump to a conclusion.
Right.
Because 3 words come out of my fucking mouth, and the next thing you know, oh, you're a white supremacist, fuck you, you know?
No,
Well,
I'm
like, oh,
that.
how does that offend you? Please tell me, so that I don't have to do it in the future, or I can explain to you where I'm coming from,
Yeah.
right?
Right. That's how-
I believe that our problem in North America right now,
Mm-hmm.
is division.
Yeah.
And the division has actually been created by our government.
But we're just starting to
Because
take notice.
government
We're
loves
just starting to
division.
take notice to that. As people, like we're just starting to acknowledge stuff like that. You know. Oh,
That's the problem, is you think that that's the case, and it's not, because essentially, so a lot of white people that I've talked to in the States, I'm Canadian, by the way.
Okay.
So a lot of I don't believe Canadian black people have very much right to be using the American black person as their way to get fucking special treatment in my country. Okay?
right.
So this isn't the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
For the most, I don't believe. I mean, our prime minister supposedly had a slave once.
Okay.
And now all of a sudden he's the fucking evil of the fucking world. We need to tear down all his statues. Meanwhile, he's the ones that fucking changed it from him having a slave to nobody being allowed to have slaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the history books aren't now writing that. Now they're saying, oh, you had a slave, you're fucking bad, that's it. Meanwhile, back when slavery was brought in, you do realize it was your own people that sold you, right?
Yeah, but there was white people selling white people too. I mean,
Ooh, no, Betty. You better learn a little bit about history. The Muslims and the Christians sold their fucking own people, okay? Black people sold black people. Do you think fucking white people wandered off into the fucking bushes of fucking Africa looking for black people? Fuck no. The Muslims went in there and they fucking gathered up the fucking black people and they sold them to the white people on the fucking beaches when they pulled up with their boats, okay?
yeah.
That's what happened. So all through history, and did you know that the cheapest fucking slave to buy in the U.S. was a fucking what were they? What were the white slaves in the U.S.? Your ancestry or whatever. Irish. Okay, so So the Irish were
Mhm.
the cheapest to buy fucking slaves in the U.S.
Yeah,
And you know why?
they were
Because they
basically
spoke fucking English and they believed in religion.
yeah.
Okay? So it was better to have a black slave than a fucking Irish slave because the Irish slave had an attitude.
Mhm.
And the black slave couldn't speak English, couldn't stand up for himself, and therefore was friggin' easier to manipulate.
Mhm.
Okay? But there was white slaves too. And those
Mhm.
white slaves were sold to North America by other white people.
Yeah.
So slavery is not a color issue is what I'm trying to tell you, or trying to say to you. Or in my opinion, it's not a color issue. It's a fucking moral issue. Okay?
But my
Somebody wanted to make money off another human being. And it really didn't matter who they were, just that they could profit from it.
right. But it still
No,
had
makes
it still kind of was a racist thing because the Irish it's a race. I mean, like just because you're Irish doesn't mean you're I feel like because when I hear about Irish people, I hear about it all the time. They're the white. Basically, anytime a white person's talking about an Irish person, they basically say they're the white niggas. That's what I hear. So basically,
That was about it back then.
yeah. So that still carries on till today. So where we keep those stereotypes where.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Uh huh.
So my son is white.
Uh huh.
He has Asian. We'll call her a white. Okay. And the best of my knowledge, he doesn't have a prejudiced bone in his body.
Okay.
He doesn't speak poorly about any race, and he's very offended when anybody says anything about that.
Yeah.
Okay? But he's a white English-speaking male right now, and he's labeled as a white supremacist.
So who's labeling?
At what point should our children, okay, be held responsible for something their grandparents fucking did? And at what point do we stop holding the children responsible for what their great-great-grandparents did? You got me?
When people stop teaching it to their children.
That's actually a good response.
So, I mean, this is the thing. I grew up in the South. So, I was raised around racism as a normal thing. People in the South are racism and bluntly racist. So, they will tell you first thing.
I know people that are racist.
Yeah, me too.
The problem is that we need to understand what racism is. Okay? And racism isn't color, in
Mm-hmm.
my opinion.
And that's-
Racism is attitude.
Yeah.
So in Canada, for instance, one of the things we have is the special treatment. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you are a Sikh and you're in Canada, you don't have to wear a helmet when you get on your fucking motorcycle.
If you're a what?
Okay? If you're a Sikh, do you know what a Sikh is?
No.
See, so you're a black person that doesn't know what a Sikh is. Does that make you prejudiced against Sikhs or uninterested in other races?
No, that makes me ignorant to what a Sikh is.
Fair enough. Okay, good enough. I love your wording, by the way. So, let me tell you what a Sikh is. And
Okay.
I'm going to tell you a story that was told to me by an Indian man
Okay.
in Vancouver. Okay? So, this is the kind of idiot I am.
Okay.
One day I was just, my wife had gone into the store and I was sitting in a parking lot having a cigarette and this guy was getting out of the car beside me and he was brown. I'm gonna use these words, okay?
Okay.
So the brown guy got out of the car and he was beside me and I was the white guy and getting out of, oh, this is great, I got 21, that's perfect. Keep this up. So I'm the white guy, I get out of my car. I spark up a smoke.
Mhm.
I asked him for a light because I seen he was doing the same thing. We struck up a conversation. He said, where are you from? And I said, Ontario. And he said, oh, really? That's awesome. He said, and then somehow we got on to some other conversation about religion. And then he goes and he says to me, he says, you got to seek it. Your defense minister is a Sikh. That's a good thing. And I said, okay. I'm not so thrilled about it, but please explain yourself. And he goes and he says, well, he said, in order to really understand this, you need to know what a Sikh is. And I said, okay, so what's a Sikh? And he said, way back when in India, there were just Indians, okay, and they were Hindu, and they were non-violent, couldn't defend themselves, basically, okay? Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening. Sorry, my fiance
So,
came in and
no,
asked me what I
thought
want for
somebody
dinner.
else was in the channel and then gonna give me shit or something for talking.
No, we're good.
Okay, so he said in the beginning they were just Hindu. And the
Mhm.
Hindu were not allowed to even kill a mouse or a rat or an ant, okay?
Okay.
They do not kill life. So, the Muslims would come in to India and they would have these here rampages where they'd steal their women, kill their cows, and murder their fucking fighting aged men.
Mm-hmm.
And the purpose was to keep them repressed so that they could come around and steal their fucking cows, their women, and fucking murder their men that stood up against them, right?
Right.
So anyway, he said, so this went on for hundreds of years. And then at one point, they came up with this idea that they would create a defenders of the Hindu. So, the firstborn male of every Hindu family had to leave the house because once he became a Sikh, he was now unable to be a follower of Hinduism
Mm-hmm.
because his job is going to be to murder Muslims. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And this is fucking ironically hilarious in a really scary, shitty way. Okay? So understand what I'm saying. A Sikh, the whole reason for him being is to murder Muslims and protect the Hindu. You got that? This is what this Indian guy told me.
To perfect?
If I'm ever wrong,
Did you say perfected?
Hmm?
Did you say perfected?
no, the Sikh's job was to protect the Hindu.
Oh, protect the Hindu.
Yes.
So,
So-
basically, murder Muslims.
Murder
As a-
the Muslims.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay, so to remember where the conversation started,
Mm-hmm.
the Indian guy said that having a Sikh as your defense minister is probably a good thing. So that Hindu considered Muslims to be the biggest threat to
Mm-hmm.
him. Okay, and because there was a Sikh as our defense minister, that made him feel very comfortable. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
but now let's talk about discrimination and racism.
Okay.
So now we've got Sikhs in Canada, and they wear the turban.
Mm-hmm.
A Sikh generally has an orange turban
Okay.
or a blue turban.
Okay.
You don't very often see a Sikh with a black turban. That's because the Sikhs with the orange and the blue turbans kill the black turbans.
Oh. Okay. So, what's the black turban mean?
Muslim.
Muslim. Okay. So, orange and blue don't like black. But why is there orange and blue? What's the difference between those two?
Can't tell you that because I don't know. Okay, I personally think it's just personal choice, or it's the hierarchy. So, for instance, in India, they run on sex. Okay, not sex as in let's have a fuck. Sex as in different categories of people in their jobs. So,
Okay.
for instance, in India, if you are a mortician, your son will be a mortician, your next son will be a mortician, you'll never not be in the mortician business.
Your bloodline follows that
Your
profession.
bloodline. Exactly. Okay?
Okay.
If you're a politician, you're a politician.
Okay.
Thing is, so essentially what ended up happening, because the Sikhs were not bound by the same rules as the Hindu, okay? They could kill a rat, they could profit from things, they could eat meat, they can do all these things, okay? They became the dominant power of India.
Okay.
So all of a sudden now the richest people in India are Sikhs. Makes sense though, don't it? You gave them control of your military.
I mean, at one point they were going to gain control anyway. They were killing all the men that weren't Sikhs.
No, you missed my point. I said the Sikhs became the leaders, as in the ones in politics, the
Yeah.
rich people.
Yeah, because they're killing off the Muslims.
Right. But
Yeah.
at the same point, the actual Hindu that they were there to protect essentially became their slaves.
Yeah, that's how power usually works. You know, once you start
Okay, perfect.
abusing it.
As long as we're on track with that. That's
Yeah.
what I was getting at, okay? Okay, so now, in Canada, a Sikh can ride a motorcycle without a helmet.
Yeah, because they'll probably kill you if you try to stop them. What the fuck? You already told me they murder Muslims, like, as a fucking profession.
Now we're in Canada, and it's 200 years later, or it's 500 years later, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And in Canada, we have a helmet rule. Everybody is supposed to fucking wear a helmet when they're on a motorcycle. We have publicly funded healthcare.
Yeah.
So when you're in a fucking accident, I pay for your fucking brain surgery. Okay? So now, why would a religion be given the right to bypass having a helmet on? You follow me?
Yeah.
So in Canada, we actually have Sikh motorcycle gangs that drive around with their turbans on.
Yeah.
Okay, now here's another one that's even worse than that. So a Sikh is allowed to carry an 18-inch curved fucking knife that's purpose is to cut the heads off of Muslims.
Wow.
Okay? And their children are allowed to take them to school.
In Canada.
My son goes to school with a Swiss Army knife that had a fork, knife, and spoon, and he pulled it out to eat his fucking meal with and was suspended. Meanwhile, the kid next to him is a Sikh carrying an 18-inch fucking weapon that was designed and fucking ritual to cut the heads off of Muslims. You want to find racism in white people? Bring in a bunch of fucking laws that do that shit. Right?
Well, that's what you got to think about when you talk about inclusiveness, though. You got to think about stuff like that. What you're including yourself, you know, into.
That's what I want to know your opinion on. Do you think that because a person is a certain religion, that they should be allowed to skirt the laws of the rest of the country? They immigrate into your country and then change your laws to fit their religion.
No, I don't think that should be allowed, but I don't think that people are going to uproar about it if their life is in danger.
No, they uproar about it and they're called racists.
Well, that's because
you
that's
like brown people. It had nothing to do with the color of this person. It's that he carried a fucking 18-inch fucking knife to school.
yeah.
You follow me?
Yeah, I feel you.
Everything's
Who the
fucking
fuck just
blown out of
left?
proportion. So the very people that colored people, okay, hold responsible for stuff are also the same people that have been working on trying to bring about change.
Mm-hmm.
And through this Black Lives Matter thing, I believe that a larger division has been made. Okay? Because Black Lives Matter don't accept anything that is white is good.
I don't agree with that because most of the Black Lives Matter movement was white.
And that's what I seen too, right?
Yeah, most black. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Most black people didn't go out marching out there because they knew the repercussions of going out there and marching. We've already seen it. We've already learned. All we got to do is speak our minds. That's all. All I've seen black people doing is speaking their minds and leaving it at that. Most white people have been sticking up for black people because black people are finally just like, you know, we see this. We see this every day. And, you know, we're not to that point of complacency anymore where we're okay with it anymore. Most black...
Nobody ever should have been okay with it to begin with.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you know, when it's been a part of the history so long, you know, that's what you got with your country, where Canada's changing rules for what do they call again?
Well, it was called inclusive. Basically, they allowed religions to create
Their own laws, basically.
or skirt the existing laws in the country. Yes, yeah.
We're probably going
And
to lose.
I believe that is what is called that. So where we were going with this is what's creating the division today, and I see the division today being created in my country, not your country.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about the U.S. because that's a whole fucking different ball of wheat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
In Canada, I don't know any poor black people. Okay,
Yeah.
you can understand that, right?
I could definitely understand that. Trust me.
Okay, in Canada, as far as I'm concerned, black poor people do not exist.
Mm-hmm.
A black person in Canada is not discriminated against for being black.
Mm-hmm.
A Chinese person isn't discriminated against for being black.
I've seen the difference. It's definitely a part of our country's history. It's not something that's like just, oh, this is everywhere. No, it's a part of the history.
We had Black Lives Matter riots in our fucking country.
Yeah, because it's part of a movement of people that are ignorant, that don't know what the hell is going on. They were moved by something.
No, this is where we're moving. Okay, so now we have a prime minister that essentially has called anybody that's white that doesn't believe in his immigration policy a racist. So, what do you know about Islam?
Oh shit! I didn't mean to fucking. I thought this guy was a healer.
We were down in Florida.
Okay.
And I don't pick up on a lot of things, so I don't pick up on religious symbols and shit like that.
Mhm.
Okay. And we go into what was the name of that fucking place? It was a car place where you buy parts.
Okay.
Napa. So I went into a Napa, and all of a sudden I noticed my wife is striking a religious conversation with a black man at the counter. Okay.
Okay.
And again, I'm only using black or brown or whatever to describe the situation.
Okay.
It's not because I'm racist to the color. It's because the color or the race is actually important conversation.
In the conversation, yeah.
Right. Okay,
Yeah.
So
Details.
she goes, and I don't even know what to call a black person anymore. To be honest with you, I mean, that's why I'm using black person. What's preferred?
To be honest, I really don't care. Whatever you're comfortable calling, black people, call black people what you are comfortable with. But my thing is, I can know by.
I am not comfortable calling anybody anything other than a human being.
See,
but I'm forced to actually call them a color in order to tell a story.
Yeah, I mean, just say black. Just say black, because that's the easiest way to do it.
Fair enough. So, she's talking to the black guy about his little necklace that was Hindu. What was it? It was a jade Buddha. Okay, so basically this is a black guy that followed the ways of Buddha. Okay, and Connie goes to her and she says, what makes you follow Buddhism? She said, that's a little off the wall, isn't it? And he goes and he says, all my friends want me to be part of the Black Brotherhood, but the Black Brotherhood is Muslim. And the Muslims are the ones that enslaved the black people. And he said, I want no part of them. He said, I'm not of the group that are saying that the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Okay? So Muslims have the white person as their enemy, and in my opinion, they've made an advancement in the U.S. This is me as an observer looking, correct me at any point. They've made the Muslims have taken advantage of the black in the U.S. to convert them to Islam and tell them that they will help fight for their cause against the white guy. Okay? So I got that one thing from that one guy in Florida, and he basically was the first person that ever told the story.
Okay.
Then one day I'm up here in Canada and I'm in the sauna. Okay, and this is more to describe to you how I will talk to anybody. Okay.
Okay.
So I walk into the sauna and there's this massive black guy. I mean, he could have just pulled his fist out, thumped me on the fucking head, put me right down into the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
And of course, one of the first conversations I open up into is, somehow we got into religion. So, and then, and I said, what is it that makes a black man convert to Islam? Actually, that's not what I said. I said, what is it that makes an American black man convert to Islam? And he turned to me and he said, the enemy of my enemy is my friend.
I understand that to an extent, but it really goes by what you stick to in life. Some people stick to phrases that like work for them. Ideals that work for them, and they kind of protrude that out into the world. So really, people are really doing it for their own selfish reasons. Everybody has their own selfish reason to doing something. I feel like, unless
You are not wrong.
we all have to be on that same page as human beings to be selfless. Like, we're not at that
And somebody
stage.
goes and offers you $2,000 to follow this cause, and all of a sudden, that's okay. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's what I'm saying. It goes by what you go by. If somebody people offer me like things all the time that seem way too good to be true, I don't go for them because all they're offering is money. They're not bringing anything to me but the experience of having money. But how I see it is money's always going to be around. Money's always a come and go. It's what you have to offer that people give you money. You have something to offer them. That's why they want to give you money. So you're always going to
offer them. If all you got to offer them is your color and your vote, there's probably a problem with their motive.
Well, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in general sense. If somebody's giving you money, they're giving you money for a service or an exchange. There's some kind of trade going on.
Yes, but then you also said that people offer you money and you don't seem to understand what you're getting for it or what you're contributing to get the money.
No. I'm talking about just when it comes to like simple shit like Bitcoin and stocks. People want to just be like, hey, they're putting their voice out there to recruit you for their own goals.
Any of that stuff is definitely to recruit you for their own goals. Yes.
Yeah. So the same thing with religion.
I don't see that having anything to do with color.
All right. So let me see how I can put this. So I feel like color is not the issue here. It's more about control. I feel like color.
Absolutely. Everything is about control. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
So if you can divide the people into a whole bunch of fractured little fucking groups that are mad at each other for some stupid thing that happened 500 fucking years ago, okay, that is the ultimate for a fucking modern day politician. Because a broken, fractured fucking society doesn't know how to vote.
But if you really think about it, that's where we are in society. That's where we've been for a while.
That's where we are, exactly.
That's where we've been for a while. As in my 28 years of being alive, that's where we've been. We've been.
I would say that's correct. I would say the last 20 to 30 years, it has been basically a struggle to divide the people like no other time.
Yeah, I really realize now. But at the same time, I know that going through this struggle, that I feel like the corrupt people are only going to have so long before it catches up with them. It's going
to tell you something that I come to realize a long time ago, and it's a very sad fact. And until we fix this is the root of all problems.
But how? Here's.
Listen, evil makes money.
Yeah.
Good costs money.
Okay. Okay, I could definitely believe that, but at the same time, it's all on where you place your values. If you place your values in money, of course, that's how you're gonna look at it, and that's how the world looks at it right now. We rule. Money is the world's god right now.
The money is some people's god.
Most of the people's ideal.
I'm even willing to go to most.
Most people's ideals.
I'm even willing to go to almost all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, most.
It's not my thing because I mean, other than having enough to live,
yeah,
I'm pretty fucking happy.
That's exactly where I am with life. I
mean, we're fairly comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
We sold our house. We got some money.
Yeah.
We're in this here thing right now, and my wife and I, we're basically retired, sitting at home, and we're willing to stay here until we figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah.
We don't need to run out and work for fucking $14 an hour to catch a fucking bug and die,
Yeah,
right?
I understand that.
So that's what we're doing, and I'm fortunate enough to have that. I don't have that because I'm white. I have that because I happen to have sold the house at a good time.
Yeah. I just see that with a lot of things that you're saying, you know, there's a lot of the same things going on all around the world, you know. It's not just prejudice versus color, it's prejudice versus
No, this is it. No, it's all around the world, exactly. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, China.
Yeah, I was just about to say them.
I've been watching tons of stuff about China.
Yeah, they've been. I forgot what their name. The skewers. Hungers. Yep.
Uyghurs.
Yeah, Uyghurs. Yeah.
They're Muslims. Okay.
Yep.
They're Muslims,
Mhm.
and the reason the Chinese have a problem with them is they need to pray 5 times a day,
Mhm.
and they consider that to be lazy.
Yeah.
Okay? So again, discrimination based on
Religion.
religions that are taking advantage and trying to get special rules in the society for the religion. And that's what the division in China is. So I watched this thing where this Chinese guy is building the Silk Road, okay? And he's talking about how when he runs into that nobody works like a Chinese man.
Mhm.
Everybody is lazy, he says. Okay?
Yeah.
It's just hilarious to watch this stuff.
I've
Meanwhile, China is putting Muslims in what they're referring to as
learning camps.
social relearning camp.
Yeah. Yeah. I've read articles on that too. I have definitely seen that.
It's fucking awesome. I read this shit and it's like, you know, that's crazy stuff.
Mhm. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on in the world right now that it's so much you can't even.
We buy all our shit from them. You follow me?
Yeah.
Okay, so here they are. We got this moral problem with these people, but we've made them to be the world power. Okay? If you're American and you think you are the world power right now, you are so fucking wrong.
But I would
China is.
see. That's the thing. I didn't grow up thinking that we was like, oh, you know. Here's the thing: as growing up in America, you don't believe the hype because you see what's going on in America.
You're probably the first American that I've ever talked to that said that.
Well, I'm probably the only one that's keeping it like,
Real?
yeah, because
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people put up on the front for, you know, talking how great America is, when in actuality we ignore a lot of our serious issues.
You know what causes serious issues?
Not ignoring them.
No, freedom.
Oh, I guess.
If you were Chinese rule, there wouldn't be a problem because you wouldn't be able to talk about it. But now, right now in our world, this is where we are. This is the vision I see of where we are in the world right now. Okay, we are divided by race.
Mhm.
We're divided by race, shades of color,
Mhm.
and religion.
Money too.
And, well, I'll get to that. So, essentially what's happened is the powerful, the ones with money,
Mhm.
have created the divisions within the poor to make it so that they're easier to control and will cost them less to have work for them.
Yeah.
Okay? Essentially creating their power.
Mhm.
So, it's not a color, a race, or a religion problem. It is a money problem. And if we were to go out and say any lives matter, it's all lives matter,
Mhm.
and we all got to go pick on the ones with a bunch of fucking money that are the problem. Okay?
Okay.
So right now in Canada, I'm just reading this fucking shit in the news and it's pissing me right off. We have rich Canadians hopping on fucking airplanes. I'm in a lockdown and I'm told that I need to have a real good reason to leave my house. Okay?
Okay.
You got that?
Mhm.
If I'm out on the street right now, a police officer can stop me and say, "Where are you off to?"
See, that's normal to me. That is no. As a black person in America, that happens to black people. See, like the stuff that you're describing, that you're not like getting freedoms, is like stuff that's like been going on over here. So it's like I can't get outraged about something that's like already like.
I'm not talking about it happening to only one race. I'm talking about the entire country.
Mhm.
We're talking every different race that exists in Canada right now.
But I feel like they was already
Yeah.
practicing.
We got hung up, okay? So what we have is we got every race that's in Canada right now is in a lockdown, particularly in Ontario where I am, okay? And we need to have a good reason to leave our house.
Yeah.
Okay? And if we go outside, the police could ask us why we were outside. Okay? So now, where was I going with this? We were outside. Okay, so now, in this environment that we are in right now, where I have to have a good reason to go outside, the rich and powerful are hopping on fucking airplanes and flying down to Florida, going into their gated fucking communities and being vaccinated with your fucking vaccine before your people.
I'm gonna tell you
That's
right
going
now,
on.
a lot.
That's going on right now in Florida. I know of these 3 fucking rich people in my area here right now that I know through friends that have all hopped on fucking airplanes in the last fucking week
and
headed
went to
fucking
Florida. Yeah.
And they're bragging about how they're going down there and they're going to get a vaccine while they're down there. That is wealth and power, and that's where the problem is.
But that's
It's
like
for everything.
you going against that is like going against the American dream for some people.
But that is where the fight is.
So, like you said,
You want to fight racism, you want to fight inequalities, you want to fight all that shit. First thing you got to do is knock these motherfuckers down. So, for instance, our whole fucking social media right now is controlled by 4 white guys. Okay? That's a fucking problem.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck if those 4 white people say they love black people. That just fucking makes me fucking my skin crawl. Okay? Because they're white people in disguise is what they are, or whatever. I don't know what you want to fucking call them, okay? But basically at this point what you got is you got these wealthy people that are actually limiting free speech, okay? They're shutting you down.
Yeah.
There's only certain things you're going to be allowed to talk about in the narrative. And if you talk about anything else, they remove you, or they block you, or they take your comment away, or they showed their power by actually fucking silencing Trump, right? Oh, and by the way, I'm not a Trump supporter. I think my view on Trump is that did you by chance ever watch the video where Trump was on fucking the Johnny Carson show?
I think I did. Where they rubbed his head and like kind of made a fool of him during the show.
No. What they did is they asked him if he was ever going to run for president, and he said, if I ever did run for president, I'd run as a Republican, because the Republicans are gullible and I could lie to them all day and they wouldn't have a problem.
And he did that.
He said those words on fucking the Johnny Carson show 30 fucking years ago.
He's been the same way his whole presidency. Like,
so now
he hasn't changed.
Hear this, okay? Hear this. This is a thought I had the other day, and it fucking made my skin crawl, made me laugh, made me shiver, the whole fucking bit, okay? So I said, because Trump had some things that I liked. He said some things that I thought were really good, okay? He's pro-American, he's anti-China. He was against Muslim immigration, okay? And I mean, to me, I don't have a problem with the brown. I have a problem with the religion, okay? Oh, and by the way, in Canada, they passed a law where I can't even have this conversation with you.
Really?
You are not allowed to talk negatively about a religion in Canada.
Well, you're not really Okay, so your preference of not liking a religion is not talking bad. That's your preference.
Be very careful.
You
have to be very careful in the words that you use, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, in a sense, free speech has been negated. The Muslim religion fought in court to have it so that if anybody said a bad thing about Islam, they could be punished. And to get the law passed, everybody got together and said, well, we'll just have an anti-hate speech against religion law. Okay, so now, this is where it breaks my brain. If that law was in place 30 years ago, would we ever found the pedophiles in the Catholic Church? Do you follow me?
So wait, say that again.
Okay. So the law states that you cannot have a negative conversation about a religion. Okay? So now, if you think about that, if you back up 30 years, if that law was in place 30 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
that meant that anybody that said a bad thing about the Catholic Church would have then been committing a crime and then would be able to be punished. Therefore, who would have ever spoke out about the pedophiles in the Catholic Church?
I don't feel like no one did. Look at the Catholic Church now; they're full of pedophiles. What are you talking about?
No, they've talked out about the pedophiles, and the Christians and the Catholics are being punished for it around the world.
Just
The
now.
Catholic Church, that's what I'm saying. That's because of the conversations that have been taking place for the last 30 years. It's not because of something that happened in the last 10. It's been 30 years going on. It's been
I know. That's what I'm saying.
But that wouldn't have taken place if this law that was passed 5 years ago existed 30 years ago. That's what
Right.
I'm trying to say.
So you're saying that the priests would have still been raping children and free to go by doing that how they please.
Yeah, so basically we're passing laws today that are giving religions way too much freedom. I don't even think you want to call it freedom. They're given too much ability to repress the people.
Too much leverage against the
And
people.
we're creating laws to protect them. Okay? Now this is Canada, it's not the US. I'm pretty sure you don't have that rule in the US. Trump
Yeah,
would have done away with
I-
that.
I just feel like
One of the reasons why I'm saying I wasn't. You see, I come from a time when I watched videos on YouTube of Muslims taking gay people and putting them on 12-foot stainless steel spikes, and they'd set them on the steel spike with the rectum in the fucking point of the steel spike, and they'd let them go until the fucking spike came out their fucking shoulder or pegged their head. Okay? And that was the Muslim fucking punishment. So that's how they punished homosexuals in Saudi Arabia and Iran. Okay, and this is what I got to view when I was a kid. Okay, I got to view Muslims standing up saying, "We will take you over with your own political system. We will infiltrate your country and we will take you over." And we won't have to fight a war on your soil. And I've been watching this fucking play out, and it's been driving me mental, because everybody's going to end up being repressed by a religion, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a religion heading off in a direction, nothing to do with color. It's a religion. Anyway, it's all fucked up. You
Yeah.
gonna make another group here or what?
Huh?
You gonna make another group?
I told my partner, my old twos partner, I was gonna carry him up in some twos real quick. We were so deep in that, and the damn group broke up. I told everybody.
Okay, though. I enjoyed our conversation more than the battleground.
Yeah, I did too. I was so focused on the conversation, I didn't realize we won that last battleground.
Yeah. No, I feel if people don't talk, you don't learn. And if
No.
you're offended by everything somebody says, nobody ever knows anything. Right? You just get shut down, and that's the end of it. And it's terrible. And I look for where my dislikes are and what causes my brain to think the way it does, and it isn't color.
Yeah,
And it isn't actually religion. It's morals. And
Yeah.
if your morals are based on a religion, or let's say, okay, so for instance, because of the fact that Sikhs
Mm-hmm.
are held to that standard in India, when they immigrated to Canada, okay, I've got a unique story here.
Okay.
I started out life as a laborer, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and I was a self-employed carpenter, and I went and built a fence for this Sikh.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know what a Sikh was at the time.
Okay.
And I felt that this guy treated me like a piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
He talked down to me. It was just terrible. I probably felt like a black man felt in his own country by the other white people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I have to admit, you don't want to feel that way, and I feel for everybody that feels that way. Okay.
Yeah.
However, then I went into computers, and I became a computer repair guy.
Yeah.
And I went into another Sikh family. and they bowed to me when I left the house. The whole family fucking stood at the door and bowed to me.
That's crazy.
Like I was some kind of fucking god.
Yeah.
Okay? So,
But you really, this is where I'm talking about what you hold value to. So you can be raised in the same location as somebody else, talk all the same things, and still receive two different ways of upbringing than the other person.
absolutely.
So just
So my son goes to school, and he has this Muslim friend.
Mhm.
Okay, and you know I'm living in this country that's supposed to be creating an open, free country of non-discrimination and inclusivity. Okay, and my
Okay.
son, I said, oh, are you gonna go to his house or what? Are you gonna go visit them? And he goes to me, or something like that. Somehow the conversation came up of, well, you can. I might have said, oh, well, you can go over to his house if you want. And he turned to me and said, no. He told me his father would never let me in his house. I'm a pagan.
Mhm. So he said that he couldn't come because he was pagan.
His friend,
Told him,
Muslim,
yeah,
told him that his father would not allow him in the house
because he was
because he
pagan,
Yeah.
and y'all are
And
not
this is
pagan.
who and this is one of the people we have allowed into our country to help bolster an inclusive society. Can you see how my head's fucked over this?
Yeah, I definitely can.
So it's not color, and what if I can encourage you to do anything at all as a black man in the U.S.
Mhm.
And if we're talking again in another whatever day, week, month, year,
Yeah.
and maybe you can get a perspective on this. When you see racism, try to figure out where it came from in that person. Is it that he thinks you're a different religion and he's actually against your religion? Or does he think you're in a group of people that have morals that don't abide by him? You know what I mean?
Mhm. Well, see,
As
his
opposed to being pictured by your color. However, I do know all this fucking, you know, I'm not blind. I've seen it in the U.S. when we visited. And
Yes.
There's no doubt about it. There's a fucking big difference.
yeah.
But while we're on this topic, what's your take on the Floyd thing?
Oh yeah, that just seeing that just completely changed my outlook of, people, to be honest, cuz it was the reactions of how people looked at that, Some people even thought that was okay, that was acceptable,
You're gonna hate me in a minute.
I'm not going to hate you cuz I'm over it, but at the same time, when I in the moment thing, how I seen how you could just take your
In the moment when I watched that, it was appalling.
yeah.
But after I read all about it,
What's up,
I
bro?
questioned it.
Yeah, I definitely question it too now. What's up, bro? It's been a long time. Hold on.
Yeah, bro, it's been a long time. How you been?
I've been good. Yeah, I am streaming. Man, I'm over here like streaming, and I got somebody in Discord. We having like a serious ass conversation about just life in general. But
Shit, that's great, man.
General
That's great.
bullshit.
yeah,
Living in the 21st century.
yeah, 21st century bullshit, basically.
21st century as a human being. How fucked it is.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy right now.
Where do you find fucking unity in the 21st century when everybody fucking hates everybody?
Well, I feel like we're gonna find unity. It's gonna sound weird saying this. If shit goes to chaos, I feel like you'll find unity.
You are not wrong.
Because once you don't have those corrupt leaders in control anymore, they don't have that control anymore. That chaos is really gonna bring everybody together because that's the only way we're gonna survive.
Let me tell you what I learned about the Floyd thing, and you fill in whether I'm wrong. Okay?
Okay.
So, for starters, one of the police officers worked with him as a bouncer at the same place.
Yeah, I know exactly where you're going with this. I read the article.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we got a connection
Hey,
between
go-
these two people.
Go for the priest. Let's drop the priest quick. All right, go. I'm sorry about that. Go ahead.
Well, yeah, you're in a 2v2.
Yeah.
Okay, so there was that. Okay, then it was insinuated that Floyd was actually under investigation for something. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I also learned that Floyd he tested positive for COVID.
Mm-hmm.
Remember when this took place?
He tested positive for COVID.
Put yourself in the head of the police officer who has to deal with a rowdy person in a time when the breath coming out of that fucking person's mouth could actually kill you.
Yeah.
Or was being portrayed by the media as a fucking murder tool. Okay?
I'm about to head out. Can you watch this from the other?
Yeah. Hey, line of sight him. Heal up back to full.
I'm gonna tell that.
Oh, you about to die. You about to die if you don't heal. Yep. All right. You gonna have to play close to pillar. On this type of team.
Alright.
Probably.
It was my first match, my bad.
Nah, you're good. You're good. I'm gonna leave this one. I got a lot going on right now too.
So then, another thing I heard. What was the other thing? Oh,
So-
that's pretty much it.
I've seen a couple
At that point-
things. I've seen a couple things where they said one of the police officers worked with George Floyd when he was a bodyguard. I've seen one thing where they're saying George Floyd actually faked his death and profit off of it. It's a lot of different things out there about the whole George Floyd incident. So I mean, just the fact that the way it got just spread like wildfire, and then just seeing the people's reaction of that's really what got to me. How people were just kind of.
Did it get to you in a positive way, as in you had a feeling that your voice was soon going to be heard?
No, hell no. No.
So how did it affect you?
It affected me in a negative way, where I don't trust the common like mindset of society.
Even a fellow black man.
No, not even fellow black, because black people,
Very good.
yeah,
That's
black people
exactly
been brainwashed by
what
our own society, you know.
I have lost my faith in society. Thank you very much. Why? Because it seems like the very people that say they're on my side
Go Druid, bro.
are not.
Let me pop this Pally's bubble. If I'm able to make him use his bubble quick, come out after his bubble is over with.
Talking with people like yourself that reinforces my fucking faith in humanity, actually, buddy.
Well, and myself as a person, I feel like I need to do more. But, I'm still young. I'm still learning. I don't like to...
Well, you don't know what to do. How do you know what to do?
Exactly. But you don't know until you try.
Take a fucking protest where you might fucking infect your family and kill your mother?
No. Hell no. But,
No,
I
would very much like to be able to express my voice freely on the social media.
Right.
And rather than having... Now, here's another one for you. So, what do you think about these statues being torn down? Monuments.
Distraction.
You think it's a distraction?
Yeah. Because you're still not going after the real problem. You're going after symbolism.
No, not only are you not going after the only problem, you're tearing down the statue that brings it to fucking light.
Yeah.
So, my thought on these statues, okay, is that you don't tear down a fucking statue of somebody that people have fucking put honor in, okay? What you do is you put a plaque on that statue that says all the bad things that fucker did.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? You don't tear it down. You fucking correct history on that statue. You use that statue as a fucking tool to spread your message. So, if this person did bad things, you write all these bad things down on that fucking plaque.
Mm-hmm.
But that guy might have done some good things. So you also put those good things on that fucking plaque. Okay?
Yeah.
So then we can learn that people that do bad things don't necessarily mean they were bad people. There's a term that's been used, and I used to hate it, and it was the times.
Go priest again.
That was the times,
Yeah.
right? Well,
Stand back. Don't charge in.
this is your time.
You go
And
priest
as a
as soon as you
young
got the
person,
opening.
Right now, it's your time to actually do the right things. So when you're talking to people and they're talking about tearing down statues,
Mm-hmm.
tell them, let's not tear the statue down. Let's go there and put a plaque on that statue that says what this man did that was wrong and has outraged.
Oh shit.
But I get these people that are on the media and stuff, and they say, you know, they're saying that the statue just being there insults them.
No, you got people that don't really know what they're heard about. You know, they're going they're going
not understand history.
yeah, they're going with the mainstream. Whatever, they're going with the flow.
Looking at a tweet, going with it. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people will follow the flow of things versus going against the flow of things just to be original or creative.
100%.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's a lot easier to go with the flow of things than to actually be the one that's going against the flow. And it's just, I feel like people are kind of like electricity. They're going to take the path of least resistance. You got a couple of people that don't do that. But, you know, I feel like, you know, that, like you said, you know, they might not necessarily be bad people, but you got people that end up doing bad things in their lifetime.
And when they did it, there was no problem with it.
Yeah.
Everybody was doing it. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's but then that very same person might have been behind removing that bad thing. But because you see, so I don't know about this Sir John A. Macdonald guy. He's our founder of Canada, okay? But he's our first prime minister. So they're going around tearing down statues because apparently at some point in time he had a slave.
Go Hunter.
Okay. Meanwhile, Canada was the place where I was understanding that black people came for freedom.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he was our prime minister then. So you're tearing down the statue of the guy that made it okay for the black people to come to Canada to be free after he probably already freed his slave. And I can't tell you anything about it because I haven't actually looked into that.
Mm-hmm.
I probably should, but I got frustrated about the whole thing and tearing down all the statues and pissed me off.
Yeah.
And it put me in a bad place when I thought about it. Because again, I went through
Ooh.
all my schooling years as him being the founder of Canada and to be regarded, right?
Yeah.
So now all of a sudden a group of people that are new immigrants to our country want to tear down a statue because apparently he had a slave. We
Yeah.
don't learn anything about the slave, how many years he had the slave. It's just all we need to know is that he once had a slave. We got to take down his statues, right?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, he might have had a slave, thought that's wrong, freed his slave, and then changed the rules of the country to make it so slavery didn't exist. Well, now you've just defeated the purpose of your whole mission to bring light to slavery and the badness of it and how it's affected society, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Heard.
Anyway, statues need to stay right the fuck where they are, and they need plaques on them that make them relevant for today, so that people can learn from the statue when they go and they see it, and they look at that statue and say,
Grab eyes, grab eyes, grab
John A.
eyes.
Macdonald,
Oh,
I was trying to mount
and they're then told, they're educated about exactly what happened and what the modern people have a problem with, the things that he did and how we don't want them to happen again in the future. But if you tear down a statue, you don't get that opportunity to leave that message there till the end of time. You follow me?
mm-hmm. I just,
I think we're all being manipulated by a bunch of people with money that want to separate us all.
I mean, I don't feel like that's gonna change.
It will, if we all work at it.
Well, you got to think, what do people work for?
People work, pay their bills for the most part in today's society.
Exactly.
And the working class is You know why the stock market's booming?
Because the working class is going to work?
Nope.
Why?
Because the middle class self-employed entrepreneurs have been fucking put into bankruptcy, and the corporations have just bought up everything that is involved in emergency services and essential goods. There are no more independents. The stock market owns everything now. The lockdowns shut down small entrepreneur businesses and said, go stand in line at Walmart.
Do you believe people are gonna want change before chaos or after chaos? All right, like actually go for change. See, here's the thing: we all talk about change, but until it comes to making the measures for change, you know.
The problem right now is that the ability to have a social uprising is only limited.
Go for the mage.
If you follow the rules of the 4 white guys that control your media.
Okay.
So how are you going to get your message out to have an uprising if the 4 rich people that own the board in which you're going to post your message?
Go hit the demon hunter real quick so he can't see me. Go hit him. Oh wow, too late.
I believe our young people have sacrificed their free speech for their feelings.
Well, you got to think that's how we were raised to. We were already raised up into that. They was already preparing the young for that. The way the school system, just by going to school, you know, my school would silence me on just regular shit. You know, schools weren't trying to.
I come to the conclusion that school is controlled by Democrats.
When it comes to politics, you know, I don't really know what the difference between the right and the left is. I don't really think there is a difference between the right and the left. I think it's all part of the same system.
Nope, there is a definite difference. And let me tell you what the difference is. The left, being the conservatives in your country, and the Republicans. The left represents no abortion. The right represents a woman's right to choose.
Okay. What's wrong with?
Find where the root difference between a Republican and a Democrat is. You start right fucking there.
So
and
what?
You go find the thing that people do not move on.
So what's the problem with having a woman choose for, you know, of having an abortion?
Repeat.
What's the problem with having a woman choose to have an abortion?
So, you don't understand where the big problem lies. I'll explain this to you.
Okay.
So,
I'm going to try
you're
to
talking to somebody who's talked to a lot of people in my life. Okay?
Yeah.
Like, I can't express to you how many. I mean, there's not a single person that has a job that I haven't spent an hour with in their fucking house talking about their life, their religion, and their values. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let's start there. I was a computer repair guy. I
Okay.
was the guy that came into your house and you asked me a question about what happened to the
Jake, you still
computer.
there?
And I would turn to you and I would say, I can fix that for $80, or I can take it home and I can give you a written report on what you did to fuck it up, and that'll cost $4,000.
Yeah.
Or you can tell me about your life and I'll fix this problem for $80. So basically people would stop asking me questions about their fucking computer
Yeah.
and would start talking about their lives.
Yeah.
Okay? So that's how I got to know what I know. And I don't even know that what I know
And I realized
Is true
too
or
late
false?
that I had to back up.
until I have enough information in
Yeah,
there.
it's cool.
I consider myself an ever-evolving human being that
Okay.
has the right to change his mind on anything I say today, tomorrow,
Right.
based on new information.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I actually had a client that was she was the head lobbyist of the Roman Catholic Church
Okay.
branch in Canada. Okay, so this is this woman with one fucking click of a mouse could send an email out to every single registered Catholic in Canada.
Go for Hunter.
And from there, she could send an email out to every registered Catholic in the world. Okay? And at the time when I went to visit her, we were in an election. And she was lobbying to have the conservatives in. And I said, what difference does it make to you whether it's a conservative or a liberal?
Burst the shaman down. Burst him. Oh, fuck it. Never mind.
And she said, we don't want abortions. And I turned to her and I said, why not? Why would you force a woman to have a child they don't want? And she said, because you could be killing Jesus. So now you tell me where you're going to find a middle ground with that. I continued this conversation for quite some time with her, okay?
Okay.
And I posed the question that the woman got raped. And now you're going to make her essentially face her rapist when she has birth with this child.
So
how is that right?
So I don't think that claim that you could be killing Jesus is a real claim. Jesus is.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether you think it is or I think it is.
Right.
He thinks it is. And when she pushes that fucking button, she sends it out to thousands and thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands of people around the world that all feel the same way as her.
That's because that's what they're told to feel.
Remember, Ron, we're not talking about what we think or
But she's
explain to you
basically
what the
putting that
difference
out there
is
like,
between
hey,
that.
this is what we go by. If you're against this, you're against what we stand for. Cause she's like the head, right? She
was the one that was in control of getting the message in.
So her message controlled people's thoughts, basically. Because people
And
thought her message was coming straight from God.
Her message was created by a group of people that created the message for her to send out. We're talking about the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah.
The largest fucking real estate holder in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Well, probably next to Islam. Anyway, again, I continue this conversation with this woman about the abortion. Okay, so I said, how would you? And she said, God will look after her. God will help her see past that. So in her mind, and in these Catholics' minds, they believe that their God can save an unborn child from the wrath of a mother that hates her child.
Yo, how
Okay.
can I better my rotation?
Or she said, or the
Like,
baby
how
can
can I
be put
get
up
back
for
to
adoption. There's lots of
Come
people
outside
out
and do
there
me
that want
in
to
front of
adopt a
Ori.
child. So she came up with all these other options of how a healthy baby could actually
What level
be
renown are you?
still given birth to, but then
I'm
go to a
16.
good home. And I
Oh,
said,
yeah,
so you're gonna make that rapist
You behind.
ruin this woman's body to have this child? And then she said, well, she could be having Jesus.
What do I?
And it
do
all
I at the
comes
end
back
there?
to she could be giving birth to Jesus, to the point where it frustrated. Okay? I even said to her, I said, well, now what happens, because we're smart and we know these things now, what if we do a blood test and we find out that this child is going to have a severe disability? She turned to me and she said, Jesus could come back with a severe disability.
But but I don't know what is she talking about? Jesus was already born.
No, Jesus is supposed to be reborn.
Reborn.
That's when everything's gonna take place, is when Jesus comes back. Okay?
So
But-
he's
but
supposed to be
for her
reborn
being-
through birth again, or reborn through coming from the heavens? Because I thought he went up into the heavens and he's supposed to return, rebirth
No,
the same way.
no. Jesus Christ is supposed to be reborn. He's supposed to. It's the second coming. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The second coming of Christ is part of the. Okay, so now, obviously, I got to back this up. Okay, so you don't have a lot of aspect. You don't have a lot of understanding of where religions come from. So I'm
Well,
gonna give you a
when you go into Catholic religion, no, I'm a
I'm gonna give
Baptist.
you a rundown of what I was told by this guy. Okay,
Mhm.
so met through this woman. I met the accountant for the Roman Catholic Church.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this accountant, he said to me, he said, I can explain religions to you, the three main ones anyway. He said, the Jews, the Muslims, and the Christians. He said, in the beginning, there was only, in the beginning, yeah. So when the book started being written, okay,
Mm-hmm.
we were all Jews.
Mm-hmm.
And the first 4 chapters of the Old Testament
Mm-hmm.
is actually the Quran,
Yeah.
which is the Muslim book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? And he said, after the 4th chapter of the Old Testament, the Muslims broke off, and they didn't have any more part in writing the book. The Jews continued writing the book until the birth of Christ. And at the birth of Christ, they shut down. So the Jewish Bible is the whole Old Testament. The Muslim Bible, or the Quran, is the first 4 chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have the Christians, who only read out of the New Testament,
Hold on, Jake.
are moving forward and forgetting past.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Hey, baby.
And then you have the Roman Catholic Church. He said, we are the full meal deal. He said, we started in the beginning of the book, and we're
Yeah,
writing
baby.
the book today. Okay? So,
Oh no. Hey, hold on. Wait. Don't. I gotta check the oven real quick. Don't continue. Hold on.
so this, are you okay? Or are you gone? Okay. I'll get a drink.
You heard me? Hello? Babe. You want me to flip it? Okay. Hello? Babe. All right, man, I'm back.
So anyway, my thing was, I wasn't trying to explain the rationale or the mentality or that wasn't my idea. You said you didn't understand what the difference between the left and the right is. And I'm trying to explain that and that only, okay? So, now, here's the picture. On the left, you have a bunch of people that are against abortion. You've heard of what's that law you got in the States? Roe versus Wade, or Wade versus Roe, okay? Now, if you tell me that every time you have an election, you don't have that come up, I'll shut the fuck up and say I'm wrong.
Wade versus Roe.
Yes. Or Roe versus Wade. That is your anti-abortion law, or that is your pro-abortion law in the U.S. and essentially the Republicans want to overthrow that.
Well,
So
they
they're loading. So
they
they're
already
loading
did
up
in
your-
Louisiana.
They're loading up your courts with conservative judges so that they can change Roe versus Wade. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And make abortion illegal. So the difference between a Democrat and a Republican is a Republican is negative to abortion and a Democrat is pro-abortion.
So
And the middle is unattainable for the main reason that on the left you can't convince one of the women of the left that she's going to have Jesus's baby,
yeah.
and on the right you're not going to convince them to let that woman on the right kill Jesus's baby.
But
Now when you come up with a solution to that fucking problem,
that's where I feel like that's false doctrine, though. Like,
it is. I'm telling you.
yeah,
that
but you
is-
said come up with a solution.
Right.
We're-
What's
You're saying, all right. So you're saying Jesus is going to be born again. So you're saying Jesus got to.
Who gives a fuck if Jesus is going to be born again?
The left and the right, the left and
Exactly though.
The-
I'm talking about the mentality
yeah.
of the human beings. I don't give a fuck how they come to these fucking conclusions. I want to have no part of them, okay? There are people out there that have blind faith,
Yeah.
okay? So for instance, I'm going to go to a different religion. I go to this guy's place and he's a Muslim. And, you know, I get in there and work on his computer. He starts talking to me, we get back to the thing where I tell him. And then he starts talking about himself. So to open him up, I ask questions. So I said, what are you doing in Canada anyway? And he said, oh, I came here to get away from my religion. And I said, oh, wow, really? I said, what religion are you in? And he said, I'm a Muslim. I said, oh, okay. I said, so what are you doing here? And he said, I'm going to university. That's great. I said, so what is it you dislike about your religion? And he said, well, in Saudi Arabia, I'm not allowed to have sex with just any women. He said, I'm chaperoned, they're chaperoned. He said, I can't get no booty calls, basically what he said.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay, so you came to Canada. And of course, you know, in my mind, I'm thinking, you know, fantastic. Am I racist to think that I really don't want this guy that can't get fucked in his country because the laws forbid it, that he comes over here and fucks all our eligible women?
Mm-hmm. See, but that's the thing. He just did that for selfish reason. It wasn't because he was getting mistreated or anything.
Exactly.
He left
Now-
because he had the privilege to leave.
Exactly. No. We're on the same page. You don't have to explain that. But okay. So I got one for you. In that situation, was I wrong to think the way I thought?
I think that.
It didn't even suck, didn't it?
Yeah. When somebody gives you that reason like that, of course you're gonna think the way.
Okay, but because I'm a white male, if I fucking called them out on that, guess what I am?
Not. It depends on how you call them out. See, no, you got it installed in you got to bubble way earlier than that. When you see somebody burst, you're gonna have to bubble a lot sooner than that. It's quick though,
That's
so
a
it's,
lot quicker than that, man.
I'm
Story
talking.
of my life.
I'm talking to my twos partner. So
I know you are.
you're really low on renown. So like I think most people are at least at level 26 right now. So it's gonna be hard for you to. Oh, you don't have it. Oh, you do have a legendary. Let me see. Templar's Verdict with Final Verdict devastates.
It's
Wait.
the best. It's the best legendary to get.
Okay. Oh damn, that's pretty cool. All right. Your thing is mainly staying alive. Cause what's your versatility at? Probably like 15.
Versatility's 22.
Oh shit, that's not too shabby. Oh.
Versatility's 22. Mastery's 19. Haste is 6. Crit's 12.
Okay. So what you want to do, cause you see how my opener is basically combustion and meteor. After that, I'm pretty much just throwing instant cast in greater pyros and CC in the whole match. So in the beginning is when you want to pop your wings. So most matches we join in, I want you to be ready to jump on target right away. Just charge in, burst. Be ready to use bubble. Because most people are going to try to one-shot you.
Yeah. Why? Why are they trying to one shot?
Because that's the way the game is now. Like PvP is all about one-shotting somebody. So
what about
37,000.
Where's my one shot?
wait, well, let me see. You pop all your cooldowns. Give me your hardest rotation. Let me see if you can even.
Hardest rotation?
Let me see if you can even like burn through my defensives.
But are you actually, are you dueling somebody?
Yeah, I'm dueling my twos partner right now. I'm trying to see how much damage he's
I want
producing.
you to do that with me.
Oh, I can eat. You're definitely be able to pop my.
I am a terrible mage. I don't know what it is. Could be that I'm just old and slow.
Here, hold on. What was your name on? You didn't. Hold on. I don't know. I need to add you. See, like right now, I could blow you up, without even trying.
Really?
Yeah, you're dead right now.
Damn.
Yeah.
I don't. Like I survived. Like I thought. I literally thought I survived it.
What? You thought you was gonna
You're in
survive?
a different realm, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm on Rivendare, so you have to send me an invite or something. Hold on.
Can we actually do that to
Yeah, you can actually like send me an invite or something, and it'll merge us into
I'm gonna
the.
try something. I'm gonna try something here.
This dude used Counter-Strike totem and grounding totem at the same time. Oh yeah, this dude's about to get wrecked. Oh, is he using his freaking? He's still using his level 50. What you call it? Necklace.
Did you get a message from me that said hi in World of Warcraft?
No.
Okay. Brian, I'm just checking something out. I got sent an invite through Discord to a match.
Yeah, I think you can. I just don't know
I'm working
how.
on it right now. I'm working on it. It's not like I have anything better to do than chat at this and figure this out. So anyway, between the left and the right, that's your difference.
Okay.
And if you find a difference, or you think there's a bigger difference than that, you let me know.
See, I might be.
different than 40 years of my life of talking to people about stuff.
Mhm.
That's the difference that exists.
So, like, I was raised Baptist, so I was raised on the belief that Jesus was already born, and when he comes again, from what I've read, is from the clouds, like from the heavens, not from birth. Like he's gonna be reborn with like his new body.
So you believe there's a God?
Yeah.
And that Jesus Christ existed?
I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Well, if you can believe that, then why would you have a difficulty believing that part of your same religion or part of a religion that is a base of yours feels that abortion is outlawed and that that's just the way it is and they can't fucking change their mind because they can't go against their religion?
But where does it say? That's why I'm like confused, and I don't know where it says that in the Catholic Bible that Jesus is going to be born again through like they're like, you know, his birth was prophesized. So they like knew pretty much how he was going to be born. That's how like the three wise men came and everything, you know. It was like it was prophesized for Jesus to be coming back. The second coming of Jesus wasn't prophesized like when he was coming or anything, you know. it was just said that the most thing I've got from it is that he was gonna come back the same way he left, is through the clouds. Like he rose up to heaven, is what I was like taught on. But you know, you got what you're talking about is like people saying Jesus is gonna be born again through the womb.
Yeah.
So that's a whole different belief than what.
You're a Baptist, right? Is that
Yeah.
what you said?
Yeah.
That's hilarious because you know the Baptist church I went to in Canada was the most racist fucking place I'd ever been.
Oh yeah, I definitely had some racist shit growing up. Like I went to a Baptist church camp. I was the only black person there. The first night, I fell asleep before all the other kids. Out of 300 kids, I was like, huh?
Well, sorry, I didn't word that very politely.
What was that?
Well, what I was gonna say is, what the hell would make you think that going to a fucking place with a bunch of people that didn't fucking look like you, have any of your fucking values, would have the same God?
Well, you know, that's not what I was really raised on. Even though, you know, I was around a bunch of white people, you know, my family didn't think, oh, only black people are going to be in heaven, or only white people are going to be in heaven. You know, we're all made, you know, in the same image. We all got 5 fingers, 10 toes.
So essentially, you made room in somebody else's religion for yourselves.
Not really. I wouldn't say it's their religion.
Okay, just a second. I gotta have my wife look up how old Baptist. My wife's gonna look up how long the Baptists have been around.
So you just used your bubble that early? I'm about to really destroy you now. Oh well, I don't have burst up, so you're okay. But you're not gonna be able to.
You get a pass on that.
I get a pass?
No, your buddy gets a pass on that.
He's got 9.
You weren't ready.
Yeah, I got 9 seconds before it's up.
Okay, so here you go. Your religion, your Baptist religion, was founded in Rhode Island in 1638 by a bunch of racist white guys that fucking enslaved your people.
I don't doubt it, but I just feel like that's where false doctrine comes from. You know, we don't really know. We don't really.
This isn't about the religion. This is not me picking on your religion. Okay. This is me trying to show you through your own expression towards your religion how other people that believe in other things can work shit around.
Yeah, try to tell you, bro. But that's what I'm saying.
In Europe, it was founded in 1609.
Yeah, that's pretty hard for y'all to do that. What was that? So here's my thing. I've ventured
in Europe in 1609. So that tells me that for the next 50 years, they basically grew the religion in Europe and then sent a bunch of immigrants over to the New World along with the slave drivers, okay, to preach the religion in the fucking New World.
I'm gonna tell you this though. I got a lot of truth from baptism, not because we were focused on baptism. We were more focused on God. I was definitely raised with a strong foundation when it comes to not necessarily religion, but actually understanding and developing a relationship with God. Actually having a relationship. Huh?
Who is God? I need to know who this God guy is. Where his values? Tell me what God's values are.
Okay, so just think of yourself already being in heaven and wanting the best for yourself. Just think of that as God.
I can't do that with all these motherfuckers around me that are stupid.
Why not? Why you can't imagine your higher self wanting better for you? You already do it on a daily basis. All you have to do is imagine that in heaven.
Very much like the way you said that, okay? That was just a joke that I so essentially what you've been taught is that you are living in heaven on earth.
No. No.
Try again.
I'm living in enemy territory. I was sent here from heaven to bring
Suffer.
others, basically, to heaven.
Suffer. You got to be shitting me.
Huh?
You buy into that shit?
What?
I can't. You know. Okay, so I guess you told me what your religion is. I'm going to tell you what my learned is.
I'm over here. We so deep into this conversation. I literally have been streaming nothing but us talking about this, and a little bit
as
of.
much. and I'm actually okay with it because, to be quite honest with you, I'm just okay with it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean,
It's genuine. It's. I feel like I love genuine, down to earth conversations about
as long
actual
as
shit.
it's never manipulated, that I don't say that I will change my mind tomorrow if better information comes into it. Okay.
Yeah.
I am an ever-changing, ever-evolving human being.
Right.
I am set by
That's
no
not-
bounds, by no gods. I am based on the information that comes into the processor, which is found within my friggin' head, inside my skull. Okay? And that thing does its own thing. I try to control it, and I can't. It fucking takes information in, it throws it around, it processes it, and it fucking gives me an answer at the end.
Exactly.
And the only answer I've ever got from anybody that I've ever talked to that was religious is that religion controls people.
Yeah, and I don't doubt that. I'm not disagreeing with you there. That's why I was saying I have a strong foundation of developing a relationship with God over actually following my religion. You know, I'm not.
You told me that God is yourself at your best.
I said, imagine yourself being in heaven and wanting the best for you now. That's the best analogy. I don't know who God is. I can't give you that answer, but I can give you the best reputation of knowing who God is for yourself, and that would be just you wanting the best for you. You know, no matter what it is. Hey, burst this monk.
See, there's no problem with that.
Yeah.
Until
Hey,
you
bubble,
label
bubble,
it
bubble,
as
bubble,
that.
bubble now. Bubble now. Drop this monk. Drop this monk. Oh, well, that's over with.
I'm pretty sure that's not. I want to know what the values of that is there. So one of my biggest problems with religion is people are in religion.
Good
They-
job.
It's almost like a cult that they. Okay, so one time I was in the sauna thing. It happens a lot in saunas. Okay, not
Mhm.
anymore, of course, because COVID fucking eliminated that. But you know, it didn't surprise me that COVID would be around.
Yeah.
Saunas are nasty. Anyway,
You meet some weird. I feel like you can meet some weird people in the sauna.
I have met some weird people in the sauna. I went into the sauna one time and this fucking lady started talking about her open sore,
Oh no.
and I was like,
Oh hell no.
oh hell no, right? Yeah, gotta go. Thanks, fuck, I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Fucking canceled my membership, called her a day. It's like, fuck, didn't you sign something when you came in here that said you would not come into the fucking sauna with an open fucking sore, you ignorant fucking human being?
Retarded.
Anyway, so one day I was in the sauna, and I made up with this Oriental couple.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know, hey, how you doing, blah, 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 how long you been in the country? And they told me, and they've been here for a long time, and I said, what religions are, what did you come with a religion? And they said, no, because China doesn't really have a religion. China's got lots of religions, but
Yeah.
China doesn't have a religion, okay? So she said, when we got here, we wanted to be part of something. And we looked around and we checked out the different churches and organizations and things. And we thought that the one that would fit best with us was the Catholic religion.
So they went best. What was best in their interests. So
Essentially, what they were looking for was a sense of community. And they felt that they were obligated to find a church to be part of the community.
yeah.
Irregardless of what the church stood for, they were joining it to be part of the community. Because if they weren't in the church, then they were alone.
Yeah. They didn't have that support system.
Right. I am alone.
Good job, bro. All right, so this is what I got. This is what I got for religion. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, I broke off from my church when there's a lot of stuff that happened that my church just fell apart after. So once I became a man, you know, I kind of just went about my own way, just like most people do when they break off of churches. I hadn't found a church since then, cause every other church I found were like borderline, almost felt like a cult. So I haven't really been in the church since, but I will still listen to the message of some preachers and kind of just
What
see.
it sounds to me like
Huh?
is that you have taken the best of what you found within your religion that you were taught from since you were a child,
Mm-hmm.
and you have made that as a basis for you to be a better person.
I made that as a foundation.
So that you can be closer to the person that you're going to meet someday.
Right. Well, I don't know what, you know, I don't really know what is to, you know, my future, but at the same time, I'm willing to accept whatever, you know, comes my way. You know, I don't see any harm coming into me.
So I have never been really brought up by a religion. Okay? My mother was, she was originally Catholic, then she had an abortion. They wouldn't let her have an abortion, and they kicked her out of the church because she had an abortion. And then she joined some religion because they would let her in there because she had an abortion. And then she never really talked very good about
Religion.
churches.
Yeah.
But at the same point, we celebrated fucking Christmas every year.
Mm-hmm.
All the fucking religious shit. Okay? In the beginning, she would take us to fucking church on, church days.
Right.
All sorts of stupid shit. So basically, a great big fucking oxymoron all through my growth. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I have been, with no other way of explaining it, I have been a researcher of religion.
Okay.
With an attempt to find a religion. Okay?
Okay.
And I've gone to churches and tried to join churches. I've met religious people of all different religions and talked to them about their religion. Do you know what a Jehovah's Witness is?
Yes.
Tell me what you think a Jehovah's Witness is.
I feel like it's like extreme Christian almost. That's the best way I could put it, you know.
Do you have any Jehovah's Witness that you've talked to that have explained their religion to you?
Kinda, but briefly, you know. I just don't. I don't really talk that deep into Jehovah's Witness because once they say a couple things that are just kind of make me get to that cultish feeling. Like it feels very cultish.
So, what a Jehovah's Witness believes is that in the end of times, the planet will burn, and that all the dead Jehovah's Witnesses will be reborn to inhabit the earth.
Well,
Yeah, you heard that right. All the corpses will come back up and re-inhabit the earth.
well, that's the same thing as baptism. Baptists believe the same thing.
The other thing they call themselves, where the witness comes from, is that the living Jehovah's Witnesses
Well,
are
see,
to be the witnesses of the end of time.
yeah,
And when I'm in this guy's house, he's got all the fucking TV programs on, and he's like, "Look at that prophecy right there. This is prophecy right here."
mm-hmm.
And he's like, "It's our job to write all these things down that we witnessed that are representing our prophecy." Okay.
Okay,
I was in Florida once, and I walked up to this fucking normal-looking white couple, and somehow we got onto religion. That happens
mm-hmm.
in my world. And she says, "Oh, we don't need to know what's going to happen tomorrow," she said. She said, "We already know it. It's all been laid out. Going to end in a big ball of flames." And I pretty much didn't know what Jehovah's Witness really was at the time.
Mhm.
And I was like, well, what do you mean? And she said something along the line of, well, basically they just felt it was all going to be destruction, right? And the Bible has told them the prophecy. And
So-
there's nothing that can happen between now and then that would ever change the outcome. Which is just bizarre, right?
But I got a quick question for you, because I've had a lot of like life testimonies that makes me believe that there's a God and there's a higher power. If everything's recorded and you still chose everything that you wanted to do under your own will, would you be mad? Like everything was predestined, but you ultimately chose where you were to be predestined.
You see, I can't entertain that stuff because it can't put me in that place.
Well, you sold your house and put you in the place you are now, though. You know, I just feel like you gotta imagine that. That's the only way you could really talk about stuff that's really unseen. You're talking about the unseen and the unknown.
I believe in or what I see. I haven't told you what I believe in.
Right, but you've been telling me about the beliefs of others, and we're talking about people's.
The others, yes. Yeah, the beliefs of the others. Yeah.
So
All the different places where I've seen, find.
right, you don't necessarily believe in religion like it's been taught to other people, but at the same time,
I believe religion was a tool created by the first smart person to control people.
you know what the very first two professions were in civilization, right?
Prophets.
Huh?
Prophets.
And what else?
Not sure.
Prostitutes.
There you go. The two P's.
Mm-hmm. That's
Prophets
exactly.
and prophets.
That's exactly what those were the very first two professions in civilizations.
Yeah, it's amazing, really.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So that's fucking cool. Anyway, so basically, my first friggin' 40-some years of life was exploring religions, okay? And I got into computers so I could talk to people in their houses and learn lots of shit, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Then, after seeing all these religions, looking at all this shit, and then I'd hear these odd fucking things that would go out and they'd be talking about the pyramids, fucking how they built these pyramids, and the pyramids could be fucking electromagnetic generators, they could be fucking time warp machines, they could be landing pads for fucking spaceships, you know, you start hearing all this shit, and then you start looking a little further into this stuff to see how they got so fucking distorted, right?
Right.
And you're talking to a person that has had a tremendous amount of time. I'm saying this for the last 30 years. Like, I am probably the least busy person you can imagine. My job was a computer repair guy. That meant that I went to work to go chat with people while I fucking did a redundant task. And I'd often charge the person for an hour and be there for fucking half the day, okay?
Mm-hmm.
I just shooting the shit like we are right now.
Right.
I actually missed this. I missed this right here. This
Yeah.
is what I miss.
Having those deep, meaningful conversations.
Just having a conversation with another human being where you didn't have to really worry about little shit that comes out of your mouth.
The political correctness of it all.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, political correctness has basically created a division within people to limit free speech and free thought and free expression.
Yeah.
In the fear of being labeled. Meanwhile, our children are being brought up to go find a spot in their school where they can be labeled properly.
Yeah, I've already seen this coming, where, just in my growing up experience and the late 90s, where this was already being implemented into the government, into the school system, into politics. This has already been going on so deeply, where we've been ignoring the root of all this problem, but we don't necessarily know how to go about it.
It's not that we've been ignoring it, and we we haven't been ignoring them. The root of the problem has been exploited. So anyway, through my research, we'll call it research, we watched every editorial, every documentary, every fucking thing on nature, you name it. If it exists on the fucking internet or on the History Channel or any of these places, there's a very strong possibility that I've had that much time on my hands. Okay, when I was working, I was running something to pay attention to while I was doing my shit. Okay, I've basically just been an information sponge, and it's literally broken my brain at this point.
Yeah.
I believe it's South. So, I was watching this guy, a bunch of these different people that travel around and look at the ancient monolithic buildings. Have you ever heard of them?
Ancient. You talking about the pyramids?
There's stuff much older than the pyramids.
You talking about like
15. They're dating these things between 3,000 and 15,000 years old.
Are these the ones that they're finding in the forest?
What's that?
Are these the ones that they're finding in the forest? That's hidden in the forest?
You know, there's like hundreds. I don't know. There's thousands and thousands. I think one time I heard 10,000. Another time I think I heard 100,000.
They're basically all over the world.
Pyramids around the world.
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah. I've read.
Everything from a fucking pile of dirt to handmade friggin' bricks to monolithic rocks that are so big that apparently we can't figure out how to move them today. Well, the thing is, one day I was watching this one, and it was talking about this Lake Titicaca and how there's a submerged fucking city in Lake Titicaca. Okay? And I thought that was kind of neat. And then another one was talking about Lake Titicaca being a brackish lake. And then it explained that there's no way to explain that the lake is brackish because there's nothing above it that would run down that would be salty, and there's no salt sediments in the lake that would account for a salinity. So then I was watching another one on just a second, I'm looking at a map here. So then I was watching another one on Lake Titicaca, and they were talking about the structures up higher on the hill all being knocked down like it was hit by some kind of friggin' atomic bomb or something, they would talk, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And then another one I was watching was on Easter Island, okay? You know anything about Easter Island? The big stone heads?
Yeah.
Okay, so apparently those stone heads are actually friggin' we're gonna have to put in search of Easter Island, and that will situate me in the right spot on the world map. Okay, so those statues are full statues with feet. They're not just busts.
Yeah.
They're actually been buried in sedimental debris. Okay? You got that?
Yeah, I got that.
Somewhere, 20 feet of fucking dirt accumulated on top of these things. So then, I got up. I'm watching a couple other ones, and they're talking about how these monuments seem to all line up.
Facing the same direction.
I mean, like, the pyramids line up with other pyramids, and things actually line up around the world.
Yeah, like they're built in like perfect what's the like perfect ratio with the golden ratio and all kind of stuff. Basically.
Like that, yeah, a whole bunch of crazy shit. Some of it I believe, some of it, or let's not say I believe.
It
I
holds
entertain.
some truth, I guess could say.
No, I entertain the thought is a better way.
Okay.
Okay, it's so far out there. Some of these things, when you think about them, you really just got to entertain them.
Mhm.
Keep them there until other things show up. I can't fucking deal with that Apple piece of shit. Fuck, I hate Apple shit.
So
So anyway, so you got Easter Island with a bunch of residue on it.
mhm.
You've got Lake Titicaca, which is a mile and 1.6 or something like that miles above sea level. That's salt water.
Okay.
Above that, and there's a city that is in there that is underwater now. Okay.
Mhm.
And then you go up from that, you got knocked down shit. Well, I got on fucking Google Earth one day. And I started drawing a line between Lake Titicaca and Easter Island, thinking that something happened that affected both those places at some point in time. I wonder if it was the same thing.
Mhm.
Okay? Trying to figure out my new phone here in just a second.
So
It's an
a lot of this
Swear.
stuff you're talking about, I've definitely entertained the thought of, because you know, a lot of stuff I don't believe to be true in the world. You know, a lot of stuff I believe to be fabricated, and we just kind of go along with it as a society, just to keep this.
Go on with all of this. Easter Island. Easter Island. Technology's fantastic. I have in my hand a device that can give me a topographical satellite image of the planet Earth in my frickin' hand. That is fantastic shit. You know, being young, I don't think you truly grasp fucking. Pull up Google Maps on whatever you're on.
Hold on a
Go
minute.
to your island. Okay, and set it to satellite. Did you know from Google Earth you can see all the fucking places that the fish nets have dragged from the bottom of the earth, the ocean?
You can see the fish nets.
Yeah, where they drag fish nets across the bottom of the ocean.
Oh, you can see the lines.
You can see the fucking lines where they fucking scrape the fucking ocean.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
And
Yeah.
so, I brought up Google Earth one day, and I started drawing a line between Lake Titicaca, Easter Island, and the coast of Australia.
Mhm.
Okay? And I came across this real long black line. And I looked at that black line, and I looked it up, and it's part of the Ring of Fire.
Yeah.
And it's got this massive fucking drop. Okay? So, when you look at it, I never looked further into it to see what kind of cliff was actually there.
Yeah.
But it actually looked like there's like parts of. It looks like a big chunk of Australia is higher on a straight line, okay, than the rest of the base of the ocean at that spot. Almost as if either the whole ocean floor dropped or that coastline lifted up like what appears to be hundreds of feet, okay? And I got thinking tsunamis are fantastic, but
Mhm.
and tsunami created right there would go right across Easter Island and probably put 20 feet of debris on the island, knocking down and burying a bunch of stuff. And then it would hit South America, and it would go well over fucking 1.6 miles up that coastline, knock all those fucking old things down,
Mhm.
and fill Titicaca with salt water.
And that's why it would be brackish.
No, it would have been salt water then. And over 12,000 years of dilution of water runoff, it would have become brackish. And that's the stupid shit my head thinks of. So anyway, on those thoughts,
Mm-hmm.
they have timelines. And their timelines are that 15,000 years ago, an asteroid hit the planet Earth in the Gulf of Mexico. Have you heard this?
Mm-hmm.
So you were taught that in school or something?
What? How the plateaus separated, or how the asteroid?
Asteroid. Well, we basically were just told in school that we were hit by an asteroid 15,000 years ago.
Mhm.
It ended life on Earth as they knew it at the time.
Yeah, the asteroid had water and other materials on it and stuff. Basically, that's how we got the perfect living conditions we do now, and like, I don't know. Basically, how Earth is perfect living conditions.
No, that was an earlier one. The one 15,000 years ago is the one that killed the life on planet Earth. Got rid of the dinosaurs.
Huh?
Did you check it again?
Oh no, I didn't.
Oh, is it burning?
No, it probably didn't. The heat wasn't that high up.
So anyway, they're now dating
It doesn't fucking
these
matter.
monuments prior to that asteroid that eliminated the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Or the, okay? I don't know if it's the dinosaurs or something else. Oh, it was what stopped the Ice Age. So the last Ice Age ended when that asteroid hit. And it melted the fucking ice over in North America and all that shit, okay? Also raised up the water levels. But the key thing here is that they're dating these monolithic buildings to before that asteroid. It makes me believe there was a civilization on Earth long before Christians, Muslims, okay?
Right.
They were organized enough to build all of these fucking big things, okay? And then they were probably smart enough, because you can see in all their fucking building things that they knew what the stars were, that they seen an asteroid coming.
Mm-hmm.
And for all those underground cities that we start finding, okay? And possibly why some of the pyramids were made, was bomb shelters essentially from an asteroid, okay? The asteroid hits the fucking planet,
Mm-hmm.
and it eliminates instantly a great number of people. Now
Okay.
you gotta think, the civilization is made up of all different levels of trades, right? So in one of these shows, they're looking at these monolithic walls, and they're saying, look at this, this is original. And then somebody came in and did this. And then somebody later came in and did this. And you could tell because the brickwork was different, right?
Right.
So, you know, you hypothesize to it that the original builders were very skilled masons. They were
Yeah.
fucking fantastic. They could do great things.
Right.
But then the asteroid hit and it killed off the majority of the fucking... You know what happens when a bunch of dust gets in the air? Basically, over the next 5 to 10 years, your population dies of lung cancer. Okay?
Okay.
The particles in the air, they just, and they kill off the old first. So essentially what happens is the asteroid hits, kills off all the skilled trades, and the survivors burrow in and fucking go underground. And when they end up coming out, there's a few of them that have some skills, but, you know, not great. And, you know, and the skill level drops down over the years. And your new civilizations start to emerge around the world. And they create their own religions to control the people.
Okay.
They go and they look at all these monuments, and they use these things that people are awed by to create a book and to tell a story.
Okay, I'm following you. So you think that that's where the Bible comes in Scripture?
I believe every bit of written history you have that you read today is propaganda.
It's probably what?
Propaganda.
Oh, I don't doubt that.
I believe you're looking at a bunch of books and a bunch of literature that was written by people that needed good slaves. And there's no better slave than a slave that's afraid to kill himself.
No better slave than a slave that's what?
Afraid to kill himself.
Afraid to kill himself?
Yep.
So you want an obedient one.
What's that?
Basically an obedient slave.
You not only want them to be an obedient slave, you want them to be afraid to kill themselves.
Afraid to kill themselves.
What good is a fucking slave if he says, fuck you, kill me? Or goes and fucking hangs himself because he doesn't want to do your job? What good is that slave? That slave isn't fucking good. You want that slave to be afraid to murder himself. That is the ultimate slavery, is something that says that if you commit suicide, you don't get to go see God.
Yeah. Okay.
You would
Why
think
you
that the
doing
mercy
that?
of God
You don't
would
have to
say,
do that.
wow, you really couldn't
No,
do
you
that.
didn't have to do that.
I got an easier
You
place
came
for
for
you
me
to
just
come.
now. I'm coming for you because you came for me. Nah, you could ask for some attention. You don't have to come for me. No, you came for me. Yeah, I know. You don't gotta tell me.
She's my baby.
No, not when you come at my neck like that.
That's rude.
No, that was rude as hell. I know you don't. No, you don't. You come at me. I didn't do nothing to you. Like, get off.
You always yelling at me. I was extra with that last one.
Yeah, you was extra. You saw how I looked at you just now?
I was extra as hell.
I know. I was like,
I really ain't never been that extra.
You was extra.
I lost control of the wheel, but I felt entitled to some time, nigga.
Okay, my bad, baby.
And I apologize.
I see you.
The fuck? See me over here acting sympathetic and shit. I said I'm fucking sorry. Disrespectful. Oh, bitch.
Perfect. I'm good. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, that's my fiance and me. Just going at it. It's okay. That's love.
Where are you streaming to?
Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. But I'm trying to really just get my Twitch up, get my followers up on Twitch.
If I send you I give you my name and you can invite me to a group and we can try a duel.
Yeah, we definitely can. And send me your name on Discord. Go Priest.
Good copy and paste that shit. I'm like a terrible mage and I need lessons.
Dude, I love playing my mage.
I can't stand fucking. You know, I'll read all sorts of stuff about all sorts of stuff, but I cannot stand reading about how to actually play a tune. Isn't that ridiculous?
I mean, not really.
It just seems so much like work.
Yeah, I definitely can see that. I'm over here wrecking shit on this mage.
Part of the fun of playing the game is, for me, is actually most of the fun of playing the game is actually interaction, okay, and reaction, how people react in the game. You know, I actually had a customer that was an archaeologist, and
Really?
he played WoW, and he was ancient, man. He was like 60 years old or so,
Yeah.
and he said he played both a horde and a alliance character, and he said, you know, most of the time I just sit there and talk and trade, read the trade, and stuff like that. He says it's fascinating. I'm an archaeologist, and I get to actually look and analyze all these people all at the same time in this virtual reality.
Yeah.
It was it was bizarre.
I don't know why he doesn't heal up to full.
I get so sidetracked.
Dude, who you telling? I'm the same way. He's got an interrupt. Oh, this is about to be game over. Mother.
Mutter Hornet.
What's that?
I just sent you the name Mutter Hornet, and it's on Crush Ridge.
Alright. I'm still in this long ass match right here.
You still in 1v1?
No, I'm playing twos. I'm gonna get losing my voice too.
Oh, that happens, man. Mine's gotten all rusty.
No, 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 no. That is crazy. That fear, that corner saved his life. Oh, might have to help Jake later.
Okay, I'm back.
Alright, baby. I'm about to lose this match anyway, so. Is he dying to the priest? Don't die to the priest, homie. That's not a good look.
The British are vicious, man.
They are vicious. You're not lying there.
A shadow priest right now will whoop my
Dude,
ass.
he's losing to this priest though. Which is kind of crazy to me.
I don't even know. I don't know what you do with them. You run them out of mana, don't you?
Pretty much. I'm fighting against a disc priest and a freaking warlock. Like the worst comp to go. Cause warlocks have that legendary that like literally slow you to the end of time.
Yeah, I just built the legendary for this one.
What, for your mage?
Yeah, and it's Firestorm.
Oh, Firestorm is cool, but the only thing is just it doesn't proc enough for me.
Agreed. What's better?
Shoot.
I did it on a 225. I'll be right back.
All right. Nice. All right, let me see. All right, y'all. I gotta go. My wife is upset. She wants attention, so I gotta give it to her. I can't deprive her of her attention. All right, Mud man. I know you AFK right now. Let me see if I can find this message from you. I don't see it. Well. Since I don't see it, I'm gonna see if I could just send you a friend request or something.
You still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. Hey man, I'm gonna have to actually head out. My wife.
You got wife aggro. I got it.
Huh?
I say you got wife aggro. I understand.
Yeah, definitely.
It comes from leaving her alone, doing other things.
Yeah.
While you play a video game.
Yes, this that wife aggro is real.
Wife aggro's real, man.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Yeah. You want to limit it. You want to limit it.
Yeah. Someone taught.
You want to limit that. Yeah. Coming from an oldie.
Yeah.
Limit that stuff. Yeah.
I'm coming, baby.
I really love the conversation, and
Here, I'm about to add you
got my
on
name
WoW.
there, so just look me up.
Yeah.
I don't generally make friends.
Yeah. Oh. Where? Hold on. Let me see if I can. But no, I definitely enjoyed our conversation. Like, I haven't had a real conversation like that with somebody in years.
Well, I get that a lot from people I talk to,
Yeah.
and it's a shame because I believe if we all talk like that, we fix our problems.
Yeah, but just like you said, you don't make friends because of, you get to talk to people and you find out a lot of stuff that, like, there's a lot of people that just don't have your best interests out there. And then it's hard to, I feel like it's hard to convince a lot of people about what's going on because people are so stuck up in what they already, are doing.
It's a very deep conversation. We'll continue later.
Yeah, bro.
I've kept your I'll have your Discord channel,
Okay.
and every now and then I might just pop in and say hi.
All right. I'll definitely be on tomorrow. So if you want to pop in and see if I'm doing some rated BGs or whatever, let me know. I'll definitely invite you.
Excellent. You have a good day.
All right. You too, bro.
Stay free.
Hey, you too.
Okay, bye.
All right. Bye. All right, guys. That's it for the stream. Enough deep talk.